Yeah, the search is almost over for Little Mix. Now you get to choose. Saturday night starts with the final here at 6. Sparkling company for Friday night now on BBC One. Look who's here.
Hi, I'm Nicole Kidman, and it is a pleasure to welcome you to the Graham Norton Show.
Welcome to the show. Yes, all hands on deck. You join us at the end of another crazy week. I mean, things are so bad with the pandemic. One old man has said he's not going to leave his house for 4 years. It's true. Here in England, new restrictions mean our usual studio audience can't be here, but they are watching us from home. Hello to you all. Hello. Oh, there they are. Now, we want you to make lots of noise tonight, OK? Yeah, but try not to have family arguments or loud sex. It'll distract the guests, OK? Hey, so who do we have on the show tonight? Well, joining me here in the studio, it's Olympic champion boxer turned Strictly star Nicola Adams is here. Yeah! They're playing Charles and Diana in the hot anticipated 4th season of The Crown. It's Josh O'Connor and Emma Corrin. It's you. You're here. And release the glitter balls. It's always a thrill to welcome Kylie Minogue. Plus, later, top comic Jason Manford will be popping by. Pick him up. And we'll be joined from Australia by Hollywood superstar Nicole Kidman, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. It's all happening. Welcome all, welcome all. You look amazing. I love what you're wearing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's vintage. I'm sure it's got some stories of its own to tell.
Wow.
What disco nights has it had?
Well, if there's a wardrobe malfunction, there's no one here to see it, so you're fine. Yeah. Now, Nicola Adams, last week, Bill Bailey was here, and he was a bit, well, he was knackered, really. He was exhausted. But presumably, Strictly, you're fit as a flea. So is it... Are you tired? Are you cool with it all?
Do you know what, yeah? Like, I'm tired, but I'm not like... It's just the... So I'm doing the jive this week, and it's the constant kicking. So, like, my legs, I have to physically pick my legs up. Like, the struggle is real.
And it's the first time welcome to Josh and Emma. Hello.
Hello.
Look,
hello.
you're sort of on a chat show.
Almost
made it.
Almost made it.
Yeah.
Oh, just a week out. God damn it. And this is exciting because, you know, you've already done a season as Charles.
Yeah.
And you are brilliant. I mean, you're
Thanks
both.
very much.
And Emma, you're about to hit the screens as Diana. And didn't you have a night out to prepare you with the great Helena Bonham Carter?
Oh, yeah. Well, she took me to a musical earlier this year, before everything. And it was great, because it's a fantastic musical, but also it was quite fun to be there with Helena. Because obviously, it's kind of impossible to go anywhere and avoid everyone being like, oh, my God,
yes, she does look very like Helena Bonham Carter.
Weirdly.
There's no mistaking.
Yeah. And I remember we'd be, like, in the queue for the bathroom and people would tap her on the shoulder and be like, hi, sorry, are you... Is it... I'm such a big fan, sorry, hi. And obviously no one saying this to me, no one knew who I was back then. And I was in the foyer and this person suddenly taps me on the shoulder. I turn around and I'm like, oh, my God. This is my moment, guys. Mum. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, you've got a label.
Oh, no.
I know. It was so bad.
Oh, at least you met a nice person.
Yeah, that's true.
Made a friend.
Because a bit, Kylie, are you just, like, do you go out to be recognised, if you know what I mean? Like, might you see Kylie pushing a trolley in... Get it? Stop. I'm laughing at the very idea.
Yeah, of course you might.
What?
Of course, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I'll nip over to get the milk.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I do. I do.
Yeah, to the computer. So listen, Kylie Minogue, a global pandemic cannot stop you. You're back with your 15th studio album. This is a disco. I've got it here. It's out today, this very day. Yes.
I know.
Wow. Yes. Yes, crack the album. This
It's
is...
made for this set. Come on.
yeah. No, it's perfect. And your outfit and everything. And you're performing later for us.
Yeah, I'm going to be performing Magic.
Oh, fantastic. Love it. And now, I say it's your 15th studio album, but how much of this did you actually get to record in a studio?
In a studio. I probably got the best part of 6 weeks or so in and out of studios until the big doors shut, and then I was home and then thought, nothing's changing in a hurry, so I had to figure out how to keep working. So I remembered that I had a very basic microphone and interface somewhere. Luckily, it was somewhere in my house in a cupboard. I found it and got started finishing writing and recording on GarageBand. I felt like, I was like, OK, 12-year-olds can do this in their bedroom.
Hello, MySpace.
Figure it out.
I know it's MySpace.
And then we thought, OK, me and my team wanted to keep going, so then got the professional gear in.
And did you have to do that thing? Were you, like, recording it under a duvet in a cupboard under the stairs?
I wasn't quite that bad, but I did have to wrangle some clothes racks down, put blankets, duvets, any kind of sound absorber I could. So it was... When I say, I had a home studio, it sounds a lot more glamorous than it actually was.
Because you're doing lots of press from home. Are you having to do that, kind of pretend that... like, or you just...
We're doing... I mean, Emma and I are both trying to, like, make our flats look, you know, even more glamorous than they probably actually are. Someone commented the other day that we were doing a sort of a Zoom call with various press, and I think on one call, I thought that every time it was a different journalist, but I got that wrong, because there was this one call where I'd put my flowers just behind me and thought during the call should have been thinking about the interview, but was thinking it's not quite right. It just needs to be sort of shift to the right, and then shifted it, and then the journalist picked up on it and made me look like
you shifted it during the call?
I shifted it during the call, yeah. So she...
And you wonder why they noticed.
The interview was talking... But the thing is, the interview was talking to Emma, and so on Zoom, the screen comes up and Emma, so I think she can't see me.
No, I think they
and then I'm
videos.
shifting it in the background. Yeah, it's very embarrassing.
Dear. And other good news, ladies and gentlemen. This weekend, you're doing this special concert stream, Infinite Disco, and this is going to be available to stream from 8 p.m. tomorrow. Tickets and info are available online. So if you get a ticket, what do you see? How produced is it? Are you in your kitchen, or...?
I've moved... there's no clothes racks with shit hanging all over them, basically. It's an upgrade. But it was a really interesting experience in that it's not quite a concert, it's not a video, it's not a TV special, it's kind of all of these things. It's a 50-minute experience. You have to be there at 8 p.m. because that's it. It's like going to a concert. You have to be there at the right time. So lots of new songs from disco, some old classics, me, dancers, incredible lasers and lighting. And I think the added bonus is it was pretty emotional for me, and I hope the emotion comes through in the show, to be seeing members of my crew that I would normally be on tour with, and you're like, oh, there's the spotlight operators, and there's, you know, some roadie wheeling in the disco ball and all of that. So it was very touching. It was exhausting because I'm not match fit. Just glancing to Nicola, I feel like I will never, ever be match fit. I should never have looked at you ever. And
because, Nicola, when you were a teenager, did you do dancing? Did you go clubbing, or was it all boxing?
Yeah, like, I went clubbing and stuff. I couldn't dance, though. Like, I've got a solid two-step. Like, I can dance now.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, I've seen you. But now, let's spare thought for Emma Corrin. Because there are scenes... No, there are scenes in The Crown of Diana.
Which one?
Diana alone in that big ballroom where she's alone. Doing her dancing. I know that she danced to Elton John and things.
Well, yes, in the series I danced to Elton John.
Oh, OK.
But when we were filming it, I remember Ben, the director, saying the day before, I do some ballet in that episode as well, very bad ballet, and I had some lessons for that, and he said, OK, at the end of the day, let's choreograph something for your, like... So basically, I meant to, like, lose myself and just, like, go mad and just dance in this space. And he said, let's choreograph something. And I said, is it okay if we don't? I'd just kind of like to feel it. And I could tell him thinking, oh, no. And then I was like, and is it all right if I pick the song? And he was like, yeah, but obviously if it's not from the period, we can't use it. And I said, that's fine. I'm just going to pick a song and it's fine just for the day. And so I'm actually dancing to Cher, Do You Believe?
Oh!
Yeah.
Good trivia. When you're watching at home...
Put that on instead of the soundtrack. Don't do that.
No.
But I remember we
But it must have been... Was it mortifying, just having to go, OK, here we go, I'm dancing alone to Cher?
It was actually quite freeing. I quite liked it. I kind of just went for it, but I really went for it. And they just kind of, like, played the music on these huge speakers in this massive room for, like, 3 minutes, and I danced the whole thing, and I really threw myself into it, and I was, like, going mad. I remember they called cut, and I, like, ended by, like going down onto the floor. I think that's made it into the show. I remember there was silence, and everyone was like... Wow.
A bit like tonight.
A bit like tonight, exactly. And then Ben just went, Emma, that was... Wow, yeah, that was great. We're going to have to do it again, though, because you kept mouthing the lyrics.
Yeah, so into it.
Oh,
I know.
That's funny.
So I had to do all
quite hard not to, actually.
Yeah.
I know.
But now, Josh, you were the boy. So I went to drama school, and when you go to drama school, you get this list of things you need, equipment you need, and nobody got it. He got it all. You got all the dance. You got all the dance stuff, didn't you?
I did, Graham. So, yeah, you get a list at drama school, and yeah, I mean, it's things like a man thong. Which you do need for dancing.
It was called a dance belt in my day.
Yeah, dance belt. I think it was in my day. So a dance belt, man thong, and tights and little jazz shoes. Yeah, or whatever size you take. And on the first day, the trouble was that I'd never done any dancing, and quite a few of the boys. There was only, I think, 7 of us in our year. And the 6 of the others had done quite a bit of dancing. And so we were in the changing rooms, and I can't remember who, and I'm not going to name them on Graham Norton show, but one of them said, well, Josh, you know that when you put on tights, you shave your legs before. That's obvious. And I was like, oh, right, yeah, no, obviously, yeah. But I don't have a shaver, and so they said, well, don't worry about that. We've got this cream which burnt off the hairs. Hair removal cream. Yeah. So I just started whacking on. Yeah, gone. And, and so I started whacking on and noticed that a few people are laughing, and I'm sort of catching them laugh, and then realise everyone else's legs were hairy. So for the first term at drama school, I had one hairy leg and one...
And now, Nicola, Strictly, I mean, every year Strictly is lovely, but this year there was something about the return of Strictly. It was almost like you could feel the mood of the nation lifting. I mean, it's such a lovely show to have back on our channels. It must be lovely to be a part of it.
Yeah, it is. It's really good to be a part of it. And but you know, the funny thing is, they ask me every year, and every year I've said no, but because I've had training commitments or tournaments and stuff, and this year I was like, yeah, do you know what? We've got lockdown. There's nothing really going on. I'm gonna go for it. And I said I had 2 conditions. I said I wanted to dance with another woman, and I wasn't going to wear a dress. So...
So you had to dance with another woman? Because somebody's got to wear that dress.
Yeah.
And so you're dancing with Katya. You look like you're having a ball. Here's a little clip of you in action.
Do you know, just as I'm about to pick up the flags, I've picked up these flags a million times, and I've gone to bend down, and I'm like, the flag's not there. And it's like, it was slightly over to the other side, and I'm trying to grab these flags. Katya's counting 5, 6, 7, 8. She's like, go now, and I'm like, oh.
Go flags, go flags.
Yeah, I'm grabbing these flags. I literally just got there in time.
Aww. and even gnarly old me might have shed a tear watching that. I mean, was it emotional for you, that dance, or was it just, you looked like you're just...
Yeah, no, it really was. It really was. I wanted to get all my emotion in there, the passion in there, but yeah.
And I have to say, if there's anyone in the competition who can match you in terms of competitiveness, it must be Katya. Like, she's in it to win it, that woman.
Yeah, definitely. Like, she just matches my energy. She's competitive. Like, she just works hard, like, constantly. Like, even when I have to ask for if I want food or a break, like, she's hardcore.
Never doing Strictly.
Yeah.
Never, ever doing Strictly. And it must, I mean, and are you sort of... Because, you know, you explained what you wanted to be in the same-sex couple, essentially, because you didn't want to wear the dresses and everything. But equally, you must be aware of what it's like for kind of a young girl or young boy who, you know, feels different to see themselves on telly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really good to have that kind of diversity on TV. And I didn't think it'd be such a big deal, you know. But I guess it is for some people. But I guess you just have to always push the boundaries and just show people, you know, it is just two women dancing. Yeah. It's not, you know, a big deal.
Well, it's like most of these things, I think. It's a big deal till it happens.
Yeah.
And then everyone's just like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, that happened. Yeah.
The world didn't end. Everything's fine.
Yeah. There's Nicola and Katya being lovely, dancing.
Yeah.
The thing is, you've retired, haven't you? You've retired from boxing.
Yeah.
Yet you're still so young. Is there any little bit in your head where you're thinking, maybe I'll go back, I'll... You know, because a lot of boxers are tempted back into the...
Yeah. It's like... But no. Yeah, I've had enough. Like, I've literally I've won everything, so...
Yeah.
That's so cool.
There you go, yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. My work here is done.
Yeah.
Right, it's time to connect with our remote guest tonight. It's the Academy Award-winning star of Moulin Rouge, The Hours and Big Little Lies. It's Nicole Kidman, everybody! Hello! Oh! Hello, very nice to see you.
Hello. I'm in Sydney, Australia. 7:30 in the morning here.
Oh, wow. Well, you've you've outdone yourself.
No, I wake up like this.
Of course you do. You're Nicole
These
Kidman.
are my pajamas.
And now, I don't mean to be that sort of person, but do you know Kylie Minogue?
Of course I know Kylie. And I knew Kylie was on the show because we were emailing each other.
Oh.
Right, Carl?
So lovely to see you. A round of applause just for being ready at 7:30 a.m. Aussie time. Yes.
Yeah.
And looking gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereabouts in Australia are you?
I'm in Sydney, but we're shooting in Byron Bay, so I've been able to work, which is extraordinary here. We have very sort of strong protocols, but we've been, in terms of the coronavirus, we're in a very, very good shape as a country, so.
Oh, brilliant. Well,
we're not on lockdown.
All right, don't go on about it. For a minute there, we forgot. No, thanks, Nicole. That was great, yeah.
I'm like...
Now, you have a couple of shows to tell us about. The Undoing, currently playing on Sky Atlantic Mondays at 9, and, of course, it's on Now TV. I've seen the first 2 episodes. It's great. It's really twisty, turny. It grabs you immediately. And you're one of the executive producers on the show, and it's the writer is David E. Kelly, who also did Big Little Lies. Yeah. So,
and Susanna Bier directed it, who did The Night Manager, which I know was a huge success over there, and obviously the gorgeous Hugh Grant.
And am I right in thinking you've never acted with Hugh Grant before?
I haven't. I've just always been a big fan, and suddenly when Susanna Bier, the director, said, "Oh, I think Hugh Grant would be perfect for this," I thought he would never do it because Hugh was famous for not wanting to work. So I thought we would offer it to him and he would go, "No, I don't want to work." He doesn't like working. That's what he says. And then he's so good at it when he does it. So
tell us about it. What do you tell people at this stage? If people haven't seen it yet, what do they need to know?
Hold on to your seat. Nothing is what it seems. And episode 3 is about to get crazy.
Ooh.
You're about to see episode 3.
Yeah, no, that's it on Monday. Yes, it's
get
on my
ready.
It's on my planner. We've got a clip from next week's episode. This is you talking to your father, played by the brilliant Donald Sutherland, about the situation you find yourself in. Here we go.
It's also called rescue romance syndrome.
Sure. Sounds like a load of crap.
Well, it isn't.
What does it got to do with anything?
She fell in love with the doctor who saved her kid's life.
What does that got to do with him killing her?
According to Jonathan, she took it to extremes.
And?
Crazy people do crazy things.
Are you serious? Are you now believing that Jonathan is innocent?
I'm just open to the idea.
And The Undoing, you sing the theme song, Nicole Kidman.
I do, yes. Only because the director told me that I had to do it, and I'm a very obedient actor.
No, well, we've heard your song before. Moulin Rouge, you sang in. And, of course, Kylie Minogue, Moulin Rouge.
I
Yes, Kylie.
flitted away momentarily in Moulin Rouge.
You were the absent fairy.
Yeah, I was the road to ruin. So, no, I was over the moon to be in a Nicole Kidman film for a microsecond.
No, not my film, Baz's film, but we were
Baz's
so
film,
lucky to have you.
You know, Baz is like Aussie royalty as well, so it was, you know, there was so much noise and excitement about Moulin Rouge, and then, yeah, I got to have a moment.
And weirdly, Ewan McGregor was on here a few weeks ago, and he was talking about Moulin Rouge, and he was telling us that you guys, you'd learnt big dance numbers that we never saw.
Totally. I'd learnt the tango, which is a really hard, the sequence in the film, really hard. And then suddenly I was not tangoing. They changed it, and suddenly I was upstairs with the Duke. But that was, a lot of the film was workshopped, and we were always changing and rewriting and working on it. It's part of Baz's process as it gets formed. And we had a massive workshop for months prior to actually shooting. But yeah, so Ewan and I would dance and dance and dance, training together.
And then for nothing.
It's one of my great memories is actually dancing with him.
And we are going to see you dancing, though, dancing and singing in The Prom. This is on Netflix, 11th of December. I saw it on Broadway. It's such a great show. And this cast is a dream cast, isn't it?
Yeah, it was one of those things where Meryl and I were doing Big Little Lies too, and we both got asked to do The Prom together, and it was suddenly to go 180 degrees, where you go from, you know, the intensity of Big Little Lies 2 to a musical that is hilarious and joyful and just, but also a really, really strong story. It's a true story about a girl who wants to bring her girlfriend to the prom, and she's not allowed to. They shut the prom down. So it's got this, but it's very funny and it's very lighthearted, and it's filled with sort of a great message, but also a lot of joy. I mean, I'm a supporting role in it. So.
Oh, stop it! You're one of the leads.
I am.
Yes, you are. Own it. Own it. It is, in fact, a Nicole Kidman film. It is. Yeah.
It's not.
Oh, you know it is.
It's a Meryl Streep film.
Nicole Kidman, thank you so much for getting up so early to see us and looking so gorgeous. Nicole Kidman, a joy.
I'm going to be watching you on Saturday night, Kylie.
Oh, beautiful.
I am. I can't wait.
Oh, my heart
Absolutely.
is just
I'm
so,
there, girl.
thank you.
I love you.
Love you too.
Even seeing you from afar.
Bye, Nicole.
Love you too, Grant.
Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good
Watch The
night.
Crown as well.
Oh. Nicole Kidman, everybody. Oh, lovely. Right, Josh O'Connor and Emma Corrin are Charles and Diana in The Crown Season 4. It's streaming on Netflix from the 15th of November. And this runs from late 70s to the early 90s, so it covers Maggie Thatcher, the Falklands War, but mostly the sort of strange... I mean, I didn't realise what a strange romance it was between Charles and Diana. I mean, Josh, you've been already in it, so you knew the storyline was coming. Are you surprised at how odd the romance was?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I don't know about you, Emma, but I kind of went into it not knowing anything about anything. I mean, we sort of, ultimately, you know, in any of those kind of public marriages, there's only there's always an account and someone's, you know, there's often bias because it's like Diana's friend thinks this and Charles's friend thinks that, and so you can never really get to the truth. And that's quite helpful because we are working in fiction.
Yeah, we kind of start from a blank slate, I guess, in some way.
And huge pressure on you in an odd way. It's OK, you've done it now. But I wouldn't have said this before you started. But just because of all the members of the royal family, because kind of Diana's frozen in time, we remember her differently than the others. Did you feel... I mean, you must have felt some of that pressure.
Yeah, like, a lot, an immense amount. And just because she's adored, you know, and also there's this kind of sense from everyone that almost like an ownership or like a... I guess she had a relatability, I suppose. You know, the people's princess, and people feel like they knew her in a different way. And so, yeah, I went into it with a huge, feeling of pressure.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's fine.
Yeah, no, it is fine. Yeah. And obviously, you know, as actors, you're getting into kind of, you know, the emotional truth of the scenes and all those things. But equally, you've got to be like Charles and Diana. So what are the shortcuts to get into, say, Charles? What are the shortcuts?
Right. It goes to right.
Okay. Get ready.
Poke you with a stick. Spitting image, off we go.
OK. So there's a couple of things that I sort of... I mean, I didn't spend too long kind of dwelling on the little Charles things. But there was one thing I noticed, that every time he got out of a car, he'd do this thing... Still does it now. I saw something recently where anyway, he gets out of the car and he goes, cufflink. So he goes, checks the cufflink, checks his pocket square, and then waves. So every time he goes to a public event or anything, it's cufflink, pocket square.
I wonder if he's ever not had his pocket square and then it's completely floored him. He doesn't know how to move.
Back in the car.
Sounds like an Nadal serve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
But slightly less thin.
Yeah. Without the grunt when he waves. Yeah.
And he does speak in a very kind of... because it must have been hard not to just do an impression, because people do impressions of him.
I think so much about The Crown is sort of doing a bit of that sort of work. I don't know what you think, Emma, but I think it's kind of finding little things that make people feel safe in the knowledge that you're not just doing something random performance. But you feel like it is, you recognise something of Charles. So with Charles, for instance, he does a thing... He does a thing with his voice where he sort of, like, speaks. So everything's, like, through teeth.
Yes.
You know, yeah, and actually Emma's amazing at it. So good. We have competitions who could do better Charles and Diana, and I'm rubbish at Diana, but she's very good at Charles.
What are the shortcuts for Diana?
Diana's, for her voice, is mainly that everything sort of goes down at the end. So her pattern of speech, so it's sort of like... Well, my word to get into her was always like, all right. All right. Yeah. That's just what I'd say before everything, all right. But then everything she says sort of always goes down at the end, so it's almost like even if she had the best time ever, it would always sound a little bit sad.
That is very good.
It's good, isn't it? Very good.
You're good at it, though.
I used to spend most of my time trying to perfect my all right.
Oh, do it.
Hang on.
You do it with a tilt, though, head tilt.
All right. Thank you. That's not as good.
Look, let's take a look at the two of you in action as Charles and Diana in The Crown. Here it is.
So where do I fit in?
You fit in because you're my wife. And... because... I love you. I do.
Gosh.
So, how are we going to solve it?
Well, I suppose we've got to learn to give it to each other on a more regular basis. The encouragement, I mean.
And the other thing.
Well, yes, that too. So I still think you're gorgeous. The cleverest, handsomest man in every room.
Do you really? Pathetic. But I do need that sometimes. And you look gorgeous too. Your beauty, your radiance is a great, shining, spectacular miracle.
I cannot wait.
Have you watched The Crown anyway?
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait.
Yeah. Have you ever watched The Crown?
No.
You must. If Katia allows you,
Yeah, I know, if I get some time out.
Please, can I watch The Crown?
Yeah.
I don't mean to... Have they done something to your ears in that? No, they look more Charlesy.
Graham, these are my real ears. In fact, there's a great...
No, because then they just say, I thought they were your real ears.
Yes.
Then when you're sat here, they don't look quite as...
No, they're not.
That.
I think it's because of what they do with my hair.
Is your hair shorter in it?
It pronounces yes.
Yeah.
Oh, like... Well, I was going to say like trimming pubes, but that's...
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. Something similar, yeah. Yeah, it's exactly like that. Yeah.
Exactly like that.
That was,
Yeah. So accurate.
Your ears look so big. And actually, Kylie, did you know Diana? Did you meet Diana?
I met Diana in Australia. Did someone make... Oh,
that was
Sorry, that was me.
That was Garth, yeah.
yeah, well, in a show lineup.
Is this
Is
that Australia?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
There they are.
There
Is that the tour we were doing?
Yep, maybe. In episode...
Is that us?
In season 4, we do the Australian tour.
Who played Kylie? Who played Kylie?
Well, I was there. Oh, my gosh.
Who's this?
OK, this is equally exciting. That is Olivia Newton-John.
Oh!
Come on.
That is quite a meeting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Olivia Newton-John.
Greece.
Greece,
It's
right?
all
Yeah.
coming together.
Coming together. You're all in this picture. Everyone. So you're beside Olivia Newton-John. Nicola, you got the MBE, OBE?
MBE, then the OBE.
Oh,
Whoa.
got them all.
I don't know.
Every BE.
Building a
got
collection.
Yeah. MO. Who was beside you in the lineup when you got your OBE? Do you remember?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Good quiz question, isn't it?
Yeah, great.
Yeah. I'll show you. Here you go.
There we go.
David Beckham. I mean, how could you forget that? You were very in the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I met the Queen. There were
was.
some other people there.
There were so many rules and like things to think about, so I was very focused.
Oh, it's quite a good... That is a good lineup.
Is that John Major at the end?
John Major, Lenny Henry, John Major, David Beckham.
Wow.
All human life is there. I mean, that's...
Is John Major funny? I always imagine he's not hilarious.
He's not. No.
He's not, no.
Okay.
No, reviews are in.
Good to know.
No. Yeah. I mean, once you know he shagged Edwina Curry, it's sort of over. That's sort of the end of your interest. Oh, OK. Right, well, listen, Kylie, music time approaches. So presumably you've got, a singer must prepare. There's some limbering, some stretching, some vocal exercises. So if you want to head towards the performance there, Kylie Minogue, everybody. Oh! She glitters. OK, it's time to meet our final guest tonight. Please welcome back to the show one of our favourite comedians. It's Jason Manford, everybody. Hey, oh, look at you.
How are you?
Very well. Very well.
That was great.
I'll be honest with you, I thought this was by Zoom. I've regretted it. I've regretted it for the last hour. But, when you make a choice, you have to just go for it. So here I am.
Well done. No, I like that you're not going to sit there.
No, for one gag.
Yeah, funny. Oh, now I'm here.
Now I'm sat here.
In my pyjamas.
That's the way it works.
Yeah. Hey, they're nice pyjamas.
They're all right, a bit of Daddy Pig.
Yep. Please meet everybody. Nicola Adder.
Hello, nice to see
Have you done the boxing?
Have I done boxing? No, I did a bit of kickboxing for a few months, about 6-7 months. I enjoyed it, and I did like a green belt, whatever the first belt is. I did the first belt, and then the second belt, they said, do you want to go for your next belt? I said, yeah. They said, you have to fight someone else. I said, I like the green, I'll stick with the green. So I never progressed. Once I started getting it back, that took the fun out of it.
Where's the joy in that?
No, that's not fun.
You had a similar boxing journey, I think.
Yeah, I did the same as you, Jason. I turned up to a boxing class thinking it would be like dancing around.
Yeah, pads and that.
Punching the bags.
A pad or a big,
one of these.
One of those. Yeah, perfect. It's actually just like that. And then, I just walked into this gym and they were punching each other. So obviously back down, yeah.
Where's the fun in that? No, not for me.
Well, obviously you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a hard game.
But also, you enjoyed it because you didn't get hit.
Yeah, that's why I liked it, because I literally used to hate getting hit. Yeah. I know, it's so, like,
you
funny
were more
coming
of an
from a
avoider,
boxer.
weren't you? You were fast and got out of it, yeah, of course.
Now, here is some news to cheer the nation. Jason Manford is doing panto this Christmas. Oh. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not.
Yes, you
sorry. Come on. I thought I've got poor research.
I was just practising. Oh, no, I'm not. That's one of the phrases.
No, I know that now. But this is a real panto. It's not a Zoom thing.
It's a real live panto. The tickets just went on sale today. It's from the 12th of December. It's the most optimistic panto.
But they haven't bought the costumes yet.
To be fair, it only actually came up a couple of weeks ago. The lottery have got involved and they're saying... and Camelot have basically said, well, they can help fund sort of... There's about a dozen pantos happening across the country where it's socially distant. They can guarantee the seats that are not going to be filled by anybody, so everybody can be safe. And it means that everybody... You know, the theatre's not going to lose a load of money and that. And hopefully... I mean, we're doing Sleeping Beauty. I've not actually read the script yet, so I don't know how anyone's going to get close enough to kiss her. I presume she's just going to stay asleep till the 3rd of January. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
They'll do it behind screens.
I guess so. There'll be all sorts.
A nice shadow puppet thing.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I'm just spitballing here. I just thought of that. Why aren't I the director?
Yeah, so, I don't know. So I'm doing that in Manchester, but they're happening all over. There's about, like I said, there's a dozen or so happening all over. And
is it a full cast?
It's a full-ish cast,
I
guess, yeah.
Is there a pantomime cow in it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe we've just got the front half. The back half socially distancing. I don't know what's going on here.
Hey, and you're going back on tour. It's called Like Me, or Like Me. Like Me?
It's both of those things.
OK.
Yes, that's...
Is this the tour you were doing?
No, this is my tour that's supposed to be on now, but is now going to start next September instead. And, yeah, I call it Like Me because I read an article about this thing where a lot of psychologists are saying that being liked in this sort of modern couple of generations releases the same endorphins. When you get liked on Facebook, it releases the same endorphins in your brain as alcohol or sex or drugs and stuff. People are getting addicted to being liked, you know. And I thought, that's kind of true. It's definitely true as far as a comedian's concerned. You know, you're always looking out and you love that reception and, you know, and this is always hard because there's no audience here to show it you. And I remember filming my first DVD at the Manchester Apollo. And I'm dead excited to be there. There's 3,000 people. I keep seeing these. I look out. And there's, you know, whatever, 2,000 people, and my family are in, it's overexcited. And always, you speak to any comic, as you know, you will always find the one person, arms folded, just giving it that, like, don't want to be there, checking his watch, upset he's missing the Champions League, or whatever, you know. And he just wouldn't laugh, this guy, at all, and I couldn't get anything out of him. And there's cameras all over the place. And towards the end, he giggles at something. I can't remember what it was, but I remember he just did, like, a little... Whatever it was, I can't remember what it was, but it was just one laugh I got. So a few weeks later, we're in the edit and we're putting the DVD together. And I'm telling the editor about this guy who ruined my night, because I was checking in on him. You know, I remember I'd do a joke, I'd be like just every time, getting nothing. And I'm telling the editor this story about this guy, and we're sort of flicking through the audience shots, and it cuts to this guy. I said, oh, my God, this is the guy that, like, ruined my big night, because I got obsessed with why I wasn't laughing. And so we watched him for a little bit, just... properly in a mood. And as luck would have it, that one laugh that he gave me was caught on camera. And it was a real begrudging, like he might have just been laughing at something that happened a few weeks ago. But in that moment, I thought, oh, my God, we've got it. So it was the editor's idea, to be fair, but we ran with it. That one laugh that he did on camera, we ended up using 23 times. So we just keep cutting back to this guy. And my dream, my hope, is that at some point in the last 12 years, he's watching Deja Vu at 2 o'clock in the morning. My show comes on, he watches it and gets to the end and he thinks to himself, oh, I had a better night than I thought then. Well, we can dream.
The tour is Like Me. Tickets are available for that now. And Sleeping Beauty at the Manchester Opera House in December. Jason Manford, everybody!
Thank you.
Right, it's time for music. The Queen of Disco is back, here performing her new single, Magic. It is Kylie Minogue! Kylie. Gorgeous. Thank you so... Oh. I know. Who isn't cheered by that? Have a seat, do. Oh, that was absolutely gorgeous. Thank you very, very much. And we should point out for anyone who's going, wait a minute, the dancers, are they couples?
One's a couple and one's a bubble.
Oh, lovely. We love a couple
Cups
and
and
a bubble.
bubs.
Cups and
That's what I'm going to call you from now on. Cups and bubs.
Yes. Nicely done, Cups and Bubs. Very good. And actually, I didn't realise till that was happening. Emma's seen you before.
I did. I saw you at Glastonbury last year.
You did?
I did, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I only remembered this about an hour ago. But
how did you...
I think I was... Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Pretty backhand.
It was a good Glastonbury. Let's just say
it was a great Glastonbury. No, but I remember it, and it was incredible.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you. Yeah, it was incredible.
It was like a disco, but I remember being like, I feel like I'm at a disco, but it was obviously outside, and it was just fantastic.
A dirty disco.
A dirty disco.
It's all coming back to her now.
Oh, it's all coming back to me, yeah.
Well, listen, thank you very much for that. It was just gorgeous, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Right, before we go, just time for a visit to the big red chair. Now, our usual studio audience, hey, they're not here. They're watching at home. So, we're going to hear their stories remotely, but we need someone to sit in the chair and take the punishment. So, are you there, Jason Manford?
Hello, yes.
See, now the pyjamas have come into their own.
Yeah. I was also just thinking, because me and Kylie have sat in the same chair, does that mean we're in each other's bubble now?
Can I just tell you, the chair was swapped out. One of you is disease-ridden.
Oh, fair enough. I did wonder how I was going to explain that to my wife. I have to bring Kylie home. She's in R6 now.
In a bubble now. OK, so I don't know quite how this will work, Jason. We're going to hear some stories.
I don't want to get flipped, so I want every one of them to be an absolute beauty.
Have you seen the show? No. Yeah, it's unlikely. OK, who's up first? Hello.
Hello. How are you, Graham?
Hello, what's your name, sir?
Paul from Gisborough, near Middlesbrough.
OK, are you outside?
No, I'm inside. I'm in the room.
OK.
In the room.
Is that a hedge behind you?
It's not the dog, it's the cushion.
Oh, it's good. OK. Oh, okay, lovely, lovely.
Is he filming this on a potato?
It does look like we're doing this in 1968.
What's happening?
We've managed to send someone to the moon.
I definitely saw clearer pictures of Tim Peake than I'm seeing of you.
Oh, actually...
Before I start, can I say hello to Kylie?
Of course you can.
Hi.
Hi, Kylie.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. He might be handsome. We don't know.
Yeah.
His face is made up of 8 squares. So we have no idea.
He's like self-pixelating. I guess this is a really shocking story. OK, Paul, this is Jason. Jason, Jason wants you to tell a good story, so off you go.
Go.
Right, Jason, basically during lockdown, hair got a bit long, got a bit messy, no hairdressers open, so thought I'd have a go myself, got my hair. Got some shavers, got ready, never made it too long, obviously going a bit thin on top. Did my hair, no problem at all, but I couldn't get round the back to cut my hair.
Yes.
Give the clippers to my wife, took the guard off, give it to my wife. She went up the back of my head without even talking to me. And that's it.
I'm so sorry, Jason.
I know it's fine.
I couldn't save you. I couldn't save you.
I support your decision.
Do we have any more? Is that it? Oh, we do? Oh, there's more? I'm sorry, Jason, there's more. Who are you?
My name's Melissa Field.
Melissa from Field.
Mansfield.
Mansfield, I see. OK, lovely. And what do you do there?
I'm an administrator.
An administrator? We found an administrator, everybody. Yes! Yeah! Woo! OK. Off you go with your story.
So we were driving for a family day out and we come across an accident, unfortunately. And we got out. This poor guy, Jack, was on the floor, pretty beaten up. And as we get to him, I notice his phone's ringing. Girl's name, Anna's on the phone. And he's like, don't worry, it's just my partner. I'll give her a call back later. Paramedics turn up. About 10 minutes later, this lady turns up, hysterical, crying, shouting his name, comes over and I click, this must be the partner. So I say, oh, hi, are you Anna? She looks at me confused, a little bit angry. She's like, no, I'm saying.
Oh no! She's frozen! She's frozen! Not now! Oh, she's back! She's back! Oh, thank God!
Oh my God!
Oh, what happens next? What happens next?
Turns out she'd suspected he'd been cheating for a while, and I just confirmed it while the poor guy had been picked up by paramedics.
Yay! You can walk! You can walk! If there's room to walk, walk!
Great story.
Oh, she's walking, she's walking. There she goes. Very good.
I love that.
Well done, Thelma. And thank you very much, Jason Manford. And everyone on the red chair. That really is all we've got time for tonight. If you'd like to have a go at the red chair yourself and tell your story, you can contact us via our website at this very address. Please say a huge thank you to all my guests tonight. Jason Manford, Josh O'Connor, Emma Corrin, Nicola, Kylie Minogue and Nicole Kidman. Next week is Children in Need, but do join me the Friday after that with pop star Dua Lipa, a comedian Ramesh Ranganathan, TV chef Nigella Lawson, actor Amy Adams, soul stars Tina Fey and Jamie Foxx, and the brilliant Hugh Grant. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Singer Youngblood gets personal, talking with no taboos about the big stuff going on in our lives. Get the podcast from BBC Sounds. And the search is almost over. Little Mix are here to change lives. The grand final tomorrow at 6. A Friday night film next on BBC One. Hilary Swank and Tommy Lee Jones are on a mission in The Homesman.